loves, today I'm going to be doing my November favorites as obviously November is over. We are getting into December. It feels weird. I don't know if I like it. This is my favorite time of the year, so I'm extremely excited, but I also feel like it's going by too quickly. Everyone always talks about how fast the month flies by, so I won't linger on that, but I did want to show you the beauty and kind of fashion pieces I loved this month. My first favorite that I know I talked about a ton is this Kate Spade crossbody bag that I got during a sort of a clearance event that Nordstrom did very recently. This sold out really fast, and I just love everything about it. I love the color, I love the size of it. I wore this almost every single day because it's a perfect size to put basically everything in. I can't really take in my wallet, so I kind of have to put in like important cards and stuff, but it kind of made me downsize and only bring what was really necessary. Yet I still had room to include my rollerball perfume and all of my cards and my cash and like my makeup for touching up and stuff like that. So I really liked it. I still really love it. So I do have some makeup favorites. That was kind of my main fashion favorite. And I'm just gonna jump into them. The kind of palette of the month was definitely Loey Pro To Go. I've just now really gotten this room set up to where I am done. Like my makeup collection is done. My closet behind me, done. Don't worry, a tour is coming. It's just that I have a lot of products I really need to put away. Like I need to use them and put them away. So I'm assuming it's going to be before the end of this month. Cross your fingers and say a little prayer for me because this room is a train wreck right now. It's kind of messy again. But mainly I really wanted to use this palette because I bought it like 4 months ago and I used it twice. That's ridiculous. So I really whipped it out and it kind of became my go-to palette. I did sort of record my everyday makeup routine that I wear when I'm not really getting on camera. So my kind of everyday glam routine. My favorite shade is totally Chai because I think like you can just do a look with Chai. You can put a tiny bit of cafe in the crease, Chai all over the lid, you're good to go. It's gorgeous. I also really fell in love with the bronzer and the blushes down here. Such a great nifty little palette. Something I really was like, I don't need for so long, but now that I have it, I am honestly so glad because there's nothing like it in my makeup collection at all. This is a product I've loved for so long. I was sent this for PR purposes, and there's nothing I love more than getting a product for like press release or whatever and loving it so much that I rebuy it again and again and again. That is totally what happened with this Rouge Bunny Rouge Prelude in the Clouds Aqua Primer. I've never had a primer like this. I have very dry skin, and a lot of people always tell me that there's no way I could have dry skin because I get on camera and my skin does look oily, but it's because I use such heavy moisturizers you would not believe, because my skin gets so dry that then it gets irritated and then I break out. This honestly hydrates my skin like no other, but it doesn't add any greasiness. If anything, any greasiness that was there from those heavy moisturizers is diminished greatly. It's almost like this provides an extra amount of hydration, but also dulls down any shine. I honestly don't know how it does it. It is pure magic. I've ordered like 2 more of these as backups. I've had this for 6 months and I'm just now getting to the end of it, but I love this product so much. It's not cheap, but it is the best primer I have ever used in my entire life. For foundation, although today I am wearing a full coverage foundation, I wore a ton the Jouer Matte Moisture Tint. I talked this up so much this month. This is in the color Porcelain. This is such a good product because I feel like even though it's matte and even though it goes on the skin and it's not giving me any more dewiness, because I feel like I definitely accomplished that with the moisturizers like I just said that I already use, I feel like it doesn't make me look dry. It doesn't emphasize any dry patches so long as I'm moisturizing properly, and I can use it alone. So if I just do 2 layers of this, I don't feel like I need to have any separate concealer. It has such good coverage, but it also looks so natural. So for the most part, I wear this on the daily basis. I'm not wearing full coverage foundation on the daily, and I think this is a really nice alternative to my like no makeup self and my fully made up self. So I really love this. There's nothing like this in my life. There's nothing else like this in the makeup world. You genuinely need it. So another makeup item I loved a lot this month that I have a review on coming super soon is the Maybelline Brow Drama. I have this in the color Soft Brown. Now this is such a great brow mascara. I don't particularly like the wand. I kind of wish it was just like a normal mascara wand, if you will. But I really do like the product. I think it gives a lot of texture to the brows. It gives some hold. I'm still figuring out how to use it today. I kind of messed up and had to go in and clean up, but it is a really nice product and I do like it a lot. So I'm a big fan of this. Like I said, review coming super soon. There's not a whole lot to say other than that. It's just a really nice product. I also use this NARS Virtual Domination palette like no one's business. This was in like the last 10 or so days though, so it truly was the end of the month favorite, but holy crap do I love this guy. This is just the nicest blush palette of life. I love everything about it. I don't love the highlighter as much as I wish that I did, but other than that, I love all of the blushes. I love the bronzer. Again, I have a review demo of this coming really soon, but if you've been eyeballing this, totally get it. Other than that, I've also been using my discontinued NARS palette, but you can still get all of these products separately. This is the NARS Dan Mari palette, which I really fell in love with within the last few months. I used Orgasm a ton, as well as this highlight. Apparently this is from the Hungry Heart duo, and this was #1. I love everything about those two products, especially when they're combined because they're quite warm. And for this time of year, I just think it looks amazing. So both NARS palettes, you can obviously get these two products separately, but this bad boy you would want to get on its own, especially for the purposes of traveling, for the purposes of having it all in one place. So I'm kind of falling in love with NARS, which is a really dangerous brand to start to like because it is way expensive. On the opposite end of way expensive, so way inexpensive, my lip of the month has been my NYX matte lipstick in Eurotrash. So many of you have asked about my recent lip combinations. This one is Eurotrash, which I'll go ahead and swatch on its own, and I have it under the Naked Urban Decay lip gloss. This is in the color Sesso, but that is Sesso, and then here is the lipstick. So you can see they're quite in the same color category. So when I want it to be a little bit glossy, that nice dark fall lip, I will do that. And then when I want something a little bit darker and matte, I will go for the Lorac Pro Matte Lip Crayon, which I know I've talked up so much. This is in the shade Rose Brown, and what I will do is I will use this on the outer corners and put Eurotrash right in the center. Makes for the most beautiful lip combination ever. Both of these have been huge favorites this month, especially this recent one. I'm really liking the way that this looks. But yeah, great lip combinations all around. Getting to the tail end here, one of my favorite nail combinations this month was Milani Color Statement in the shade Modern Rouge underneath the shade Crimson Jewel. What I did was I painted this on my nails, and it was kind of dark outside, and I don't know if I just didn't see the color in here, but I put it on my nails and I was like, that is so summery. I am not into it. So I ran to my little display of Milani Color Statement, which I have everywhere. I found the shade Crimson Jewel, so I put it on top, and something about the way that this is super warm, it's such a warm orangey red underneath this bright glitter, something about it gives it such dimension, and it looks so freaking cool. I'm not a red nail polish girl. I'm really not. I don't gravitate towards it frequently, but this was an amazing duo. So if you have the time, if you have the money, go get yourself Modern Rouge as well as Crimson Jewel. The final beauty favorite is my Kat Von D perfume in the Adora scent. This is not available anymore. I only wear this in the winter and kind of late fall time. It's a very masculine scent, which I find that I quite like from time to time. Really love things like Daisy. I also really like Nirvana for her in black. I also tend to gravitate towards things that have just a bit of a more masculine scent sometimes. This is masculine, but it does have a very earthy, girly undertone as well. So like, I don't even know how to explain it. There's a touch of that masculinity, but there's also a ton of like warmth and femininity as well. It's kind of a perfect mix of everything in my opinion. This I really don't like to mention very frequently, even though it's one of my go-to holy grail perfumes because you can't get it anymore. I have found many eBay sellers that sell the rollerball of this, so I will link one down below if you are interested. I cannot talk today. But you know, kind of the thing is once it's gone, it's gone. So yeah, I'm gonna miss it so much. It's such a great perfume. So this month has been a great month in terms of creativity for me, not in terms of videos because I don't for me, I don't particularly think that what I do is all that creative. I think that the fashion aspect certainly is, and I definitely think when I put together makeup looks that can be creative, but I don't consider myself an artist when it comes to videos. Does that make sense? I think that some people refer to themselves that way, and that's totally cool. I just don't really look at myself that way. I think I'm much more of an entertainer when it comes to videos. But some of you will know I wrote a book when I was like 16. I spent an entire summer, I went crazy, I wrote a book. and it was my pride, my joy. I've been editing it for years and years and years, and it's one of those things where I think I need to step back from it. I've spent like almost, God, like 5 years of my life working on it. So I recently stepped back and I decided like I was just gonna write something for fun. And so I kind of did something bad, and it's part of the reason I've been sort of MIA on social media, and I completely churned out another one. So to do that, I had to have a lot of music. And I have several really, really good favorite writing songs and kind of a writing playlist, and I'm going to link a few of them below because I think that they're really fun, and those of you who might enjoy classical music or things that are made without words will really enjoy, because I can't listen to anything with words in it or else I get so distracted. Like if I listen to like Taylor Swift while I'm writing, I will start suddenly churning out the lyrics to Taylor Swift songs. But I have to be in a particular mood to write. So yeah, I've been really liking some songs that I will link down below. That's kind of a big favorite of the month. I feel like, I don't know, not that I've been like, okay, this is turning really weird. I've never been able to write when I'm happy. Never been able to turn out anything with any merit when I am in a happy place in my life, and that's kind of sad for me. You know, the editing process I can do at any point, I feel, but actually doing things creatively, I've never been able to turn out exactly what I want when I'm in a very good place in my life. So it's really cool to be happy, but also to be creating things that I'm extremely proud of. I don't know if you guys will ever read it or not. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of getting to the rambly point, so I'm gonna go ahead and go. And if you enjoyed, make sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already, and until next time, I love you. I will see you in the next video. Bye.